It was a quiet, rainy evening in London. Street lights shimmered across the wet pavement, and every raindrop felt like it carried an untold story. In the middle of that glowing city stood Ayaan, a young man surrounded by millions of people, yet feeling completely alone. He had come to the UK to begin a new life, a fresh start, new dreams, new opportunities. But there was one thing he had not brought into the light: his true identity. Every day he walked through crowded streets, heard laughter in cafes, watched strangers living freely. Yet inside him lived a quiet fear, a fear that if he showed the world who he truly was, he might lose everything. Then one evening near Trafalgar Square, under the soft drizzle of London rain, he met Daniel. Daniel was a photographer, someone who captured fleeting moments and turned them into timeless memories. It started with something simple, a small smile, a casual comment about the weather. "Nice weather, isn't it?" What seemed ordinary in that moment quietly became the beginning of something extraordinary. Their first coffee turned into long conversations. Rain tapped gently against the cafe window, as walls around Ayaan's heart slowly began to fall. They began meeting more often, walking along the River Thames at sunset, sharing quiet laughter beneath a single umbrella, finding comfort in each other's presence. For the first time in a long time, Ayaan felt safe. Then summer arrived, and the city burst into color. It was the day of Pride in London. Rainbow flags waved proudly in the air. Music filled the streets. Strangers embraced without fear. Faces shone with confidence and joy. Standing in the crowd, Ayaan felt tears rise in his eyes. Not tears of sadness, not tears of fear, but tears of freedom. Daniel gently held his hand and whispered, "You don't have to hide anymore." And in that moment, years of silence and doubt began to fade away. A few months later, they traveled together to Manchester. For Manchester Pride, the music was louder. The lights were brighter. The energy was unstoppable. But what touched Ayaan the most was not the celebration. It was the realization. He was not alone. His story was not something to hide. It was something to honor. Time passed, and their love grew quietly stronger. One peaceful evening, they stood together on their apartment balcony. The London skyline sparkled before them. Cool air brushed against their faces. A warm cup of tea rested in their hands. Ayaan looked up at the night sky and softly said, "Maybe love doesn't need to shout. Sometimes it just needs to be free." Daniel smiled. And under the London sky that night, two hearts stood unafraid. Because sometimes love is the greatest courage of all, and accepting who you truly are is the bravest thing a person can do.